Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another broadcast of the SFL on YouTube. I'm your play-by-play man, James Richards, and alongside of me today is my analyst, Marcus Dunhill, and joining us in the stats booth is Scott LaRue. Today we're in Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Mostly sunny, 97 degrees, winds out of the south-southeast, 7 miles per hour. We got a great game here. We have the Vancouver Legion taking on the Las Vegas Fury. Marcus, how you doing today, and how do you think this game's going to go?
I'm good. I think this is going to be a hard-fought battle by both teams. As you can see, both teams have had a little bit of a struggle so far this year. Probably just looking to right the ship and try to make a push for one of those wild card spots.
The Legion choosing heads here. And they are deciding to kick off. Good-looking uniforms coming out of Vegas. They're wearing the all-black, yellow socks, sort of color stripes on the sleeves and socks. And we have Vancouver coming out in the dark blue helmets, white jerseys, dark blue pants. Eric Walsh has it teed up on the 30, and we are away. Pretty good kick down to the 7-yard line. And it is returned all the way out to the Las Vegas 27. Jackson on the return, and this is where Thomas Rahman and company will take over for the Fury. Coming out of the gates here, Thomas Rahman in an empty set, no backs in the backfield, no step drop, a quick out is complete. And that is good for a first down. Let's see who he swung that over to. That's number 28, Robert Redford, on the reception, and that is good for a Las Vegas first down.
Good throw to Redford. Redford was able to make contact and push through the defender to pick up the first down.
This time, 2 wide receivers to your bottom, halfback off right. Vancouver, 4-3, 5-step drop. He throws it deep across the middle, and it is intercepted, folks. Number 32 for the Vancouver Legion, Marquise Reed, on the interception, and that's going to give Vancouver the ball on Las Vegas's 47-yard line.
Looks like Vancouver read it perfectly, got right in front of the ball. It looks like it might have been a little bit underthrown to his receiver from Rahman. Bad way to start your game for Rahman, however. It puts Vancouver in a great opportunity here on the 47-yard line to be able to push maybe into field goal range or even try to throw some balls towards that end zone.
Mark Biddix and the Vancouver Legion coming out in a split back look. 3-step drop by Biddix. He throws it quickly outside, and that is complete for 2 yards, and that is complete over to number 12, Brett Killian. And with that, let's go over the starting lineups for your Vancouver Legion. Number 17, quarterback Mark Biddix. Number 12, at wide receiver, Brett Killian. Number 21, halfback Cody Hill. Number 49, fullback Jonathan Sanchez. Number 80, wide receiver Trevor Farrell. And that'll do it for your starting lineups for the Vancouver Legion. Biddix under center, calling an audible here. 1 back in the backfield. Spread look, 5-step drop. He throws it quick on an out route. And that is complete again to Brett Killian. And that was good for 7 yards.
2 short passes in a row will set up 3rd and 3. It's not the worst option in the world. You face a manageable 3 yards where you can either decide to run or pass. Makes it more manageable than taking some of those long shots and then ending up with 3rd and 10.
3rd and 3 on the Las Vegas 40. Biddix and company coming out in a split black look. 2 receivers on the field. He takes a 5-step drop, steps up in the pocket, throws it complete across the middle. And that is good over to number 80, Trevor Farrell. And that's good for a first down, and that takes him all the way down to the Las Vegas 30.
Good job by Biddix to step up into that pass to make sure it had enough to get past those defenders. There's plenty of defenders around him. He zipped that pass right in to get that first down.
Vancouver appears to have loved this split back look, and I can't blame him. They've gained a lot of yards out of this formation so far. Biddix 3-step drop, throws it on a slant route, and that is complete again This time to number 82, Kate Stevens, the third wide receiver on the depth chart. And that's good for a Vancouver first down.
Vancouver right now is doing a really good job of making these catches in traffic. There always seems to be Las Vegas defenders around, but they get their hands on the ball.
Two backs and an offset look here. Biddick's three-step drop. He's under a little bit of pressure. Throws it. Oh, dangerous throw. Broken up by number 21 for the Fury. That's Yuri Boyka, the second cornerback on the roster.
Seemed like the protection just collapsed on him, and he decided to try to make a play over the right side towards the end zone and just couldn't quite make it. That's one of those passes you're not sure if you want to try to make. You got to be real confident in your ability to put that ball where the receiver needs to get it.
Single back look here for the Legion. Trips to the top of your screen. And it is a trap play, and it is going nowhere. Blown up in the backfield for a loss of one by number 74. Harley Stone coming over from his defensive end position to make the play.
First run of the game, they threw 5 passes so far, Vancouver did. So it's good to try to test that run, and it didn't work out so well.
Single back look here on 3rd and 11. Three-step drop. He throws it, and it is a touchdown. What a throw there by Mark Biddick to number 12, Brett Killian, on the short post route. He had his man beat and found some room and caught a nice touchdown grab there.
He's able to find his spot right in the end zone. Let's take one more look at this replay. Yep, just had a little bit of space between him and the defender and was able to go get the ball in the middle of the end zone before the defender was able to catch up with him and try to make a play on the ball.
On that note, Eric Walsh is going to come out to attempt the extra point and to try to put the Legion up by 7 here in the Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Kick is up, and it is good, and they take the lead, folks, 7-0 over the Fury. And with that, we're going to take our first commercial break. You want to do what I do, you can contact Cameron Irvine or Mike Dax through DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down live on air with the broadcast team, or help make our production even better by joining our stats team and helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #LoadingLegends and the SFL. Eric Walsh on the kick all the way down to the 11-yard line. Mark Jackson getting skinny there and returning it all the way to the Las Vegas 33, and that's where Rahman and company will take over to start their second drive.
Thomas Rahman didn't have the greatest first drive. Threw one completed pass and then threw an interception. But I wouldn't sleep on Max Jackson on those kick returns. He's got the most kick return touchdowns in the league right now at 4. Yeah,
absolutely a magnificent returner. And he's definitely lit the league on fire, both last year and this year, returning and up the middle of the road. There is a flag on the play. Only gained about 2 yards on the carry. Brought down by number 99, number 99, Frank Champion for the Legion. Looks like we have an incidental face mask on number 95, Stanley Edson, the D-tackle for the Legion.
So that penalty will move the ball. Give Las Vegas another shot. That run was 2 yards, but that'll move them up a little bit further.
Rahman and company coming out in a full-back offset look. There's a quick slant across the middle. That is complete, and it is good for the first down. That pass complete over to number 16, Brett Funk.
Great job by both Rahman and Funk to know exactly where the first down marker was. All you needed was a couple yards, pick up the first down, you get a whole new set of downs, and you can do something different. Just make sure you keep those chains moving is important.
I formation, pro look here, and it's a handoff. ISO up the middle of the left. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 1. And on that note, let's talk about the Las Vegas starting lineup. At quarterback, you have number 11, Thomas Rahman, number 16, wide receiver Brett Funk, number 28, halfback Robert Redford, number 81, wide receiver John Blades, and that'll do it for your Fury starting offense. 2nd and 9 here for the Fury, coming out in a strong eye look, 4-3 look for Vancouver. It's another handoff, power to the outside. He's got room. Robert Redford is going to take it for 20, 30 yards, and he is finally brought down on the play by number 25 for the Legion, saving a touchdown. That's cornerback Trey Lawson, but not before Robert Redford got outside and gained a whole bunch of yards.
I had this little stat here in front of me and was looking for an opportunity to let you guys know that Robert Redford was 4th in the league in yards, and that shows you exactly why. Just an amazing job to find the outside, got the perfect block, and was able to outrun most of the defenders.
3-3 look here for the Legion. I look here for the Fury. They're going to do an ISO up the middle. Redford's got some blocks, and he gets skinny. Picks up 7 yards on the carry. And you know, on that note, Marcus, a lot of teams, the new expansion teams, and even some of the returning teams in the league reached out to Redford in the offseason. And I tell you, that's not a bad piece to build your franchise around.
No, it's important when you can have such a running back that you can depend on. And helps, make all the other pieces a little bit easier to fit in when you know that running side is solid.
ISO again to Redford. He's going to bounce it outside, but he was chased down. It looks to be about a loss of 2. Tackled by number 58 for the Legion, J.J. McLean, coming over from his outside linebacker position to make the play.
He was able to get beyond one of the blocks, and Redford, as great as he is, if the offensive line can't hold the blocks, he's not going to be as effective runner as he could be.
Empty look here for Rahman. Huge drop back, a little bit of pressure, throws it outside, and that is good. Nice deep out route on the play, and that was complete over to number 16, Brett Funk, on the touchdown reception. And they're going to send out Matt Rage to try to tie this ball game at 7.
Rahman held the ball about as long as he could. He didn't have a whole lot of more time to be able to throw that ball. Put it right into the corner of the end zone, and Rage knew, he wasn't going to be able to work the middle, and there was nobody on the outside of the end zone. So as long as he could catch the ball, keep both his feet in bounds, there wasn't a whole lot the defenders could do about it besides trying to hit him and knock that ball away.
Yeah, absolutely. Great throw there by Thomas Rahman on the play, and good job by Brett Funk to get both feet down. Trey Lawson for the Legion actually had really solid coverage, using his body in the sideline to try to create a small window for Funk, but that didn't matter. Rahman put it right on the money. And with that, folks, we're going to take our second commercial break here. APM Music, the Simulation Football League, is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library, and custom music house, apmmusic.com. Matt Rage with a deep kick. And that was returned, let's see, all the way down to the Vancouver 32-yard line by number 23, Kevin Lomax, or Major Key, excuse me.
That was a great return. That's better than some of the average returns you see in the league. So great opportunity to set up Vancouver at a decent field position when Biddix is 5 for 6 on his other drive.
Biddix and company coming out and split back look, and it's an outside handoff, and it is going nowhere. Cody Hill dropped in the backfield by a host. The charge led by Andrew Scott, but there were several Fury players there to make the play.
As soon as that ball was snapped, they both rolled out to the right, and there were 2 Las Vegas defenders immediately there. Cody Hill couldn't do too much about it.
Folks, I know the score says 7-0, but it is indeed 7-7. Biddix, no drop there, and he throws it dangerously across the middle, and that is broken up by number 35, Anthony Wyo. Yeah, dangerous throw there on the slant route. Wyo read it from a mile away, and he almost picked that one off, and he would have had some room to run had he brought that one in. Shotgun look here for Biddix, running back to each side, 3 wide receivers. 4-2 look for the Fury, 5-step drop, he throws a deep one out, and that is tipped. Broken up by number 39 for the Fury, that's Merrick Itera. coverage.
Biddix just could not get the ball over Itaera's head. He had an opportunity to get that ball to the receiver as long as he could get his hands on the ball and keep his feet in bounds. But Itaera made a good jump on the ball, was able to reach up and spot it out of the air.
That's going to bring up a 4th and long on Vancouver's 29. They're going to send out the punter, Jess Kingston. Good snap. And the punt is away, and that's going to go all the way down to the 32-yard line, and he's been hit. Max Jackson picking up about 2 yards. That's going to start Las Vegas at their own 36-yard line. 4:31 here to go in the first quarter.
Tom Rudman had a little retribution on the last drive there, was able to go down and get that touchdown. He had the interception on that first drive, but let's see how they're able to respond and see if Redford's going to be able to assist them as much in this drive as they did the last time.
Back pro look. It's going to be an ISO up the middle. He's got a few blocks, puts his head down, and gains about 8 yards on a carry. Brought down by number 23 and 26, Major Key and Austin Hodge in the secondary.
With Robert Redford being the fourth running back when it comes to yards this season, I wouldn't be surprised to see him be the foundation of this game and them continue to run him and make plays to get first downs and touchdowns when necessary, but focus on the running game for probably much of this game.
Strong eye look here. Tied into the left, 1 wide receiver on each side of the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a power to the outside. He breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackle. He gets to the outside. Can he beat number 91? He does. He gets to the outside. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown. Robert Redford takes it to the house. And that is a Las Vegas touchdown. What a run, young man. What a run.
Robert Redford just makes it look way too easy. Part of that was the blocks he got, but most of that was just Robert Redford being Robert Redford. When you watch him get the ball, got knocked off 2 defenders, and then was just able to outrun 2 more. That's just, you simply can't do that. 3 more, actually. You just simply can't do that unless you're one of the best running backs in the league.
You don't normally think of Robert Redford as a speed back. You think of him as a bruiser, and for the first half of that play, he certainly showed why you consider him a bruiser. But then when he hit that corner, he really turned on the jets, and that's ultimately what got him all the way down the field for a touchdown. The Fury going to send out Matt Rage to try to put him up by 7. Kicks up, and it is good. Folks, on that note, follow the SFL on Twitter and Facebook at Simulation FL, and subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channel. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing through the ScoreStream app. Want to be part of the league? Head on over to simulationfl.net and grab the Discord link. And thank you for supporting the SFL. Matt Rage has the ball teed up, and it is away. Pretty good kick here, returned at the 10-yard line. Major T going to take it all the way down to Vancouver 26. And that is where Biddix and company will start the drive.
It's been really quiet. I wouldn't necessarily call it a shootout because it's been running on Las Vegas and some passing, and then some passing for Vancouver. Vancouver stalled out a little bit and had to punt it last time, but let's see how Biddix responds. See if they can make it down the field.
Weak eye pro look. It's a handoff to the outside, but it is blown up in the backfield. Cody Hill had no room to go. Number 74, Harley Stone from his defensive end position, just met him in the backfield right away.
So far, it looks like Cody's only gotten a couple opportunities. It looks like 3 runs, but he hasn't had the best opportunity to make yardage on those attempts.
Well, as you can see, I mean, he was met 4 yards in the backfield. It's hard to have positive yardage when you're starting every play at a -4 deficit. But Vancouver and company coming out in a 2-back look. 4-3 here for the Fury. 5-step drop by Biddix. Under pressure, steps up, avoids the pressure twice, and throws a dangerous pass. Pass intended for number 85, Beck Bukowski. Broken up by number 21 for the Fury, Yuri Boyka.
a very, very panicked throw, but I understand, you know, he was able to duck a defender, move up into the pocket, but he was a second away from getting hit again. He just had to get rid of that football.
Major Key in the chat says, can my boy get a block, though? And not on that play, Major. Under pressure again, but this time he throws a strike, and that is complete to number 80, Trevor Farrell, on a beautiful slant route. Biddix was getting hit as he threw, but that one was on the money.
Perfect for Farrell to get some separation from the receiver. It looks like that corner wasn't sure who he was supposed to cover, and was kind of a second late, which left Farrell wide open over across the middle to pick up that first down.
Some folks in the chat room, I see Pepper Ramen Jr., Major Key, Levant Mercer, AJ Levy, Merrick Itera, Tom Ramen, H Network TV. Folks, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do it. We have 40 watching and only 14 thumbs up. 3-step drop. It's complete to the outside. That is good to Jonathan Sanchez. Picks up a gain of 4 on the reception.
Looks like Sanchez didn't quite get the blocks he needed. There was 2 people, so he probably wouldn't have been able to get away from both defenders, but it looks like he wasn't getting some of the help he could have needed to try to make that a little bit further down the field.
2nd and 6, 2:10 to go here in the first. 3-step drop. It's a quick pass, and that is complete to Trevor Farrell, and he is just short of the first down. I'm not sure. That's not a very generous spot. It looks like he was hit and crossed the first down line, but nonetheless, it's going to be 3rd and inches for the Legion.
Look close to me. That's one of those opportunities where you got to try your best as a wide receiver. You know, when you catch the ball short of the first down, you got to do everything it takes to try to get across that first down line.
I mean, you can see it on the sideline. The yard marker guys are being a little lazy, but depending on which one you're looking at, it could either be a first down or 3rd down. Under pressure, he throws a nice pass, and that is complete under pressure, but he still completes it. As you can see, Biddix, the stats rolling across, 9 of 13. And that one was a duck, but right on the money, and that was complete to number 82, Cade Stevens.
So far, Biddix has been pretty good with those passes that need to happen, you know, picking up those first downs and keeping the drive alive. He's done a good job keeping this offense moving.
2-back look here, 5-step drop, quick out, and that is complete over to number 12, Brett Killian on the reception, and that's good for 4 yards.
Every bit of yards helps, especially when you're starting to get into field goal range. Even if somehow they stalled out, that extra 4 yards could definitely make or break a field goal attempt. So just taking every opportunity you get to make sure you can move down the field is important.
2nd and 6 on the Las Vegas 30. I formation look, twins to the bottom of your screen. 4-3 look here for the Fury. 5-step drop, quick outs. And that is complete over to number 12, Brett Killian, and he's going to pick up 3 on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Looks like a similar route to what they tried last time, and it worked again. Now it puts them in the spot where they're 3rd and 2, and they got to either try to see if Cody Hill's going to be able to make that run, and he hasn't had the best running in this game so far, or whether they want to try to run it. I'm sorry, try to pass it for 2 yards.
2 backs offset look here, and it's going to be an ISO play up the middle, and Cody Hill's going to drag a few defenders, and that's going to be good for a Legion first down. They got a 1st and 10 on the Las Vegas 22. 38 seconds here to go in the first half, or first quarter, excuse me.
Cody made a great job, was able to pick up that first down, get those 2 yards, even though he hasn't had the greatest running in this game. He was able to make a play when it mattered most.
4-3 look here for the Fury. 3-step drop. The slant across the middle is good. And that is complete over to number 80, Trevor Farrell. And as you can see, the stats rolling across the bottom. 4 receptions, 51 yards. And that one was just as pretty as the other 3 he's caught. Finding
Ball was
nice...
just a little bit underthrown. It looked like he had to reach down to pick that up.
You know, I think that was more of Biddix trying to put the wide receiver in a place where he wasn't about to get his head knocked off by the defenders, because, you know, in that cover 3, you have the corner dropping back and you have the safety coming up. So, you know, good throw to keep him down low, and that's going to do it here for the first quarter. The Legion are trailing the Fury, but they are driving The score is Vancouver 7, Las Vegas 14 here in the beautiful Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, home of your Las Vegas Fury. Biddix and company on the 6-yard line. It's going to be an ISO. He tries to bounce it outside, and he's going to get hit in the backfield. And they're going to mark him down officially at the Las Vegas 7. Cody Hill getting stepped over there by Sanchez. I don't know what that was about, but Sanchez did not look happy at where Cody Hill went. Interesting look if your teammates there. Shotgun look, 2 running backs in the backfield. Mark Biddix takes the snap, does a quick little hop, and he throws a quick out, and that's complete. But the receiver is going to actually backtrack a little bit. That looks to be Trevor Farrell on the catch, and he's going to get it down to the Las Vegas 3.
Puts you in a tough situation where now you either have to rely on Cody Hill to get those 3 yards, or you need to find a receiver in the end zone.
Strong eye, pro look here for the Legion. They jump off sides. It's going to be a free play. He chucks it outside to Cody Hill. Pretty good coverage there by the Fury, but that's going to be negated with the offside call. Costly penalty here for the Fury. Let's see who that was on. That's going to be number 92, Frank Slade from his defensive end position, jumping offside, and that's going to put Vancouver right on the goal line here.
It's going to make it a lot more manageable, and they're going to get another try at 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and goal here on the 1-yard line. 9:38 here to go in the 2nd quarter. Strong eye look, twins to the top of your screen. It's a 5-step drop from Biddix under pressure. He throws a dangerous pass intended for Brett Killian. Defended well by the secondary of the Fury, and that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And, you know, I tell you, Marcus, if it was me, I'd go for it, but I don't know. Las Vegas is held tough here down in the red zone.
There's just such a small window to be able to get that pass in, and Iter was just able to break it up. And even if he hadn't broken that up, I still think there's a little bit too much momentum maybe on that pass for him to be able to get in bounds. It looked like he was going pretty far towards the outside of that end zone.
Vancouver going to play it safe here. They send out kicker Eric Walsh. It's going to be about a 17-yard field goal. Snap is a little high, but it's held down, and the kick is up and good. And that is officially an 18-yard field goal for Walsh. And on that note, let's take another quick commercial break. SpyGoat is the official audio partner of the SFL. With SpyGoat Pro Audio, it's not just about making you louder. Their goal is to make your band, speaker, fundraiser, auctioneer, DJ, or any other sound source be heard by the entire audience as clear and precise as possible. Their staff of professionally trained engineers can make that happen. SpyGoat Audio has extensive experience providing sound reinforcement for corporate events, from your 20-person business lunch meeting to your 1,500-person full multimedia conference. They can handle all your event needs. Go to spygoat.net and make them your choice for sound reinforcement.
Looks like Robert Redford is about on 100 yards for the day. He's not having some of the running issues that Vancouver is facing, but their defense, if they want to, help their offense out, Las Vegas needs to start locking down Biddix and those wide receivers.
Strong eye look. It's a power ode to the outside. Redford busting through a defender, and he's going to get a 1st down on a gain of 11 there.
Great job by Redford picking up that 1st down. You kind of see from some of these really good running backs in the league that they get run so much in the first half that they lose their steam in the 4th quarter. The question is, how much work is Redford going to have to do in this first half? And, how are they going to be able to, compensate for if he starts to get tired in the second half?
17 thumbs up, folks. We still have a ways to go. Please, on the YouTube browser right below the title, click the thumbs up. Every thumbs up matters here with the SFL on YouTube. Deep throw by Rahman. That was intended for number 81, John Blades, but he got rocked there by Major Key.
Great defense by Key, just hitting him as soon as the wide receiver made contact with the ball, and he wasn't able to secure the catch.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 on the Las Vegas 41. 8:45 here to go in the first half. 3 wide receivers to the top of 3 and 1 on the bottom. Single back. It's a draw play up the middle. Redford looks to be just a gain of 1. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
At this point, I don't know if you're going to look for Redford to pick up 10 yards, although he can. I would probably look at Rahman to try to make a play on one of the either outside left or right, maybe Funk, to try to pick up that first down.
One back offset, excuse me. 4 wide receivers. 5-step drop. He steps up in the pocket, throws it across the middle, and that is complete. Nice little slant route. And you see Rahman's numbers: 41 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That pass was good to number 17, Marion Combretti.
Just found him wide open right over the middle. Great opportunity. I think Vancouver was thinking like I was. So they were defending the people on the sidelines, and they left up on the coverage in the middle there. Great opportunity by Rahman to pick up that first down.
That puts him in pretty good field position. They're on the Vancouver 42. 3-step drop out of the shotgun look. He throws it across the middle. It's tipped up in the air, but completed anyways. Wow, you don't see that every day. Number 81, John Blades on the tipped pass. Reels it in, and that's going to be good for a Fury first down. You just don't see that happen all the time, Marcus.
Usually when it's tipped, it's the defenders that come up with it. Rarely do you see one of the offensive playmakers make a play on that ball. But good job for John Blades to keep an eye on the ball and watch where that ball was coming back down after it got hit.
Vegas driving it. They're going to hand it off to the outside. Redford breaking a tackle and getting loose. Initial contact in the backfield by number 91, Vic Bowers Jr. But Redford shrugged him off and picked up 7. And took it all the way down to the Vancouver 21.
Redford doing a great job making the throws a little bit more manageable for Rahman.
Cover 3 look. The Legion already backing off. And it's a pitch to the outside. Redford's got some blocks. But great job shedding the blocks by number 58, J.J. McClain, to hit Redford right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
When I saw that play develop, I thought Redford had enough blocks to be able to make that corner and get the first down. But great job shedding the block and picking Redford and taking him to the ground. Now it puts Rahman and company in a tough decision on 3rd and 2.
High formation look, 4-3. And they're going to hand it off on the inside. And this time Redford's not going to be denied. Picks up just enough for the first down. And they're all the way down to the Vancouver 17-yard line.
Redford really is being the MVP of this offense right now. I know that Rahman's made some good throws and some of the wide receivers have made some good catches, but with Redford over 125 yards or so for this game, you know, he's really keeping this offense moving.
Empty look, quick throw across the middle, another slant route, and that is good for a first down. And it looks like the Fury are just going to keep driving. Vancouver cannot stop the bleeding. Rahman and company are all the way down to the Vancouver 6-yard line.
That was a very risky throw from Rahman. There was a lot of jerseys from both teams right over that middle, and that could have been easily intercepted by either of the defenders that were there.
It appears that Tango made the reception on the last play. Redford on another carry, bounces it to the outside. He's going to go in for the touchdown. Beautiful run there by Robert Redford. Goes inside initially, has the lane closed up, and then bounces it all the way back outside. Picks up a good block there by the offensive lineman and gets it into the end zone for a Las Vegas touchdown.
That's just unparalleled running back vision to see that the holes over the middle are closing up. And, you know, it might not have been the assignment he got, but he said, you know what, I'm going to try it my way, and he was able to do it. You know, just incredible running by Robert Redford to pick up that touchdown.
The kick is up and good, and with that, folks, head on over to MediaTechInstitute.edu. Do what you love what you do. Official partners of the SFL. Tack on 7 more points for the Las Vegas Fury. That's going to put them up 21-10 over the Legion. Matt Rage has the ball teed up at the 30-yard line. 5:13 here to go here in the second quarter. The kick is away. And And that is going to be returned at the 9-yard line by Major T. He's going to get it down to over 30-yard line.
So far, this has just been an offensive war by both sides. You know, both defenses are really struggling to stop. Las Vegas is doing a pretty good job stopping the running, but they're not doing the best job stopping the passing. Vittix is 13 out of 18 for 121 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, on that note, Marcus, I mean, Vancouver's had to be good at passing because the run game has just not been there. So as you see a pass route out to number 21, Cody Hill. Good defense there by Merrick Itera. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Tried to float that ball right over Itera's head to get it out to the receiver, but, you know, that's the type of play that Itera's not going to fall for. If he gets an opportunity to put his hands on that ball, you best know that ball's coming out of the air.
Single back, trips look to the bottom of your screen. 4-3, and it's a handoff to Hill, and he's got some blocks, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards, but there is a penalty on the play. Let's see what the call on the field is. And that one's going to be coming back. It's a holding call against number 79, Brandon Robertson, for the Legion. And Cody Hill's going to have all those negative yards erased, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 20 on the Vancouver 20-yard line.
Besides picking up that first down, that was Cody's best and longest run of the day. So unfortunately, off the stat sheets, he's got to try to do that again.
Bunch trips to the top of your screen here for the Legion. 5-step drop. He throws it quickly outside, and it's caught. Number 85 is falling backwards. Back to Pekowski. Only going to pick up about 4 yards on the completion.
As soon as he caught that ball, he kind of just fell over. You know, the momentum was not on his side when he caught that football, and he just went the wrong direction.
Yeah, he had to kind of come back for that pass and his momentum and trying to keep his feet in bounds. Just didn't turn that into a very good play. But nevertheless, Tripp's shotgun look here for the lead. He throws it, nice corner route, but it's going to be defended really well. Double coverage there by the Fury. Itera's going to get the official breakup on the play.
Great job defending that ball. You know, I really questioned that throw. They threw it short of the first down marker. Even if he had caught that, there's still 3 defenders that were there. It's really tough to be able to turn upfield and try to get that first down. I would have tried to probably have taken a shot, but he thought it was his best opportunity at that point to get that first down.
Punter Jess Kingston out on the field. He's going to take it and boot it away. This should be pretty good starting field position. Jackson's going to take it about the 4-yard line and get it up to about 41. Pretty good coverage there by the Legion, but that's still going to give Las Vegas really good starting field position. 4 minutes here to go in the second quarter. The Fury leading at home 21-10.
Thomas Rahman right now is 6 for 8, 75% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and then 127 yards for Robert Redford. And they have great field position as they start their new drive.
It's nice off the middle of Redford. He's got a ton of room, and he's going to pick up 11 yards for the first down, and that's going to get him to the Vancouver 48-yard line.
Moves him up and keeps the clock ticking. We're starting to get closer and closer to halftime, where at that point, you know, the person who is in the full advantage is the person who's up, and you can kind of run the clock and do with it as you want. See if you can get some points and use up as much time to leave the other team with not as much to respond with.
And off on the ISO up the middle. Going to pick up another 6 yards. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Folks, we want to remind you that this drive is brought to you by the ScoreStream app. Head on over to the SFL ScoreStream app, and you'll be able to see all the games as they happen across the league. Second and 4, ball on the Vancouver 42-yard line. Empty look here for Rahman and company. 5-step drop, steps up in the pocket, throws it on the run, and it was almost intercepted. Number 30, Xander Mack for the Legion, almost brought that in. Pressure by Hudson from his D-tackle position.
tough play by both sides. It looked like both of them had an opportunity to get their hands on that ball. I'm kind of surprised that they took that shot on second down instead of continuing to run the ball, but it almost worked out for them.
High formation look here, 3rd and 4. Twins through the top of your screen, 4-3 look, pressing up. And he's not going to get many yards there. They're officially going to say no yards gained. It looked like he may have gained 1, but that's going to bring up a 4th and 3 for the Fury, brought down by number 92, Red Ross, for the Legion. And let's see what the Fury elect to do. It looks like they're sending out McRack to punt this away. And if he does it right, he should be able to pin the Legion pretty far back. Punt is away. Pretty good hang time. It bounces at the 5. And it's going to be taken into the end zone for a touchback. Pretty lackadaisical coverage there by number 24. If he would have tried to knock the ball down, maybe would have been able to pin the Legion back, but instead they're going to get the ball at their own 20-yard line.
Those balls are pretty tough to down, and they did a good job in Vancouver stopping that drive. Now they need to take the 2 minutes and 25 seconds and put up some points, make it a closer game at halftime.
Biddix throws it complete outside, but he's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Brett Killian on the comeback now caught it, but his momentum forced him to lose some yards. A great defensive play there by the Fury to capitalize on the poor play.
Caught it at a gain of 3 and then lost 3. It was about -6 yards when you consider the net yards on the catch, about 6 yards backwards.
Single back spread look, that's not going to go. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here at the Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, folks. Beautiful night, a little warm for my taste, 97 degrees. We do have winds 7 miles per hour out of the south-southeast. I'm your play-by-play man, James Richards, Marcus Dunhill, providing the color commentary, and we have Scott LaRue on stats. Mark Biddix in a strong eye look, or weak eye, excuse me, 5-step drop. Throws an out route, and that's complete to number 49, Jonathan Sanchez. He's going to pick up about 6 yards. That's going to be 1:50 here to go, 3rd and 4 on their own 26-yard line. You see the stats coming across the screen. Biddix, 130 yards, 1 passing touchdown. We saw Rahman with a touchdown and an interception himself. 4-2 look here for the Fury. Strong line pro look for the Legion. He throws it quickly out to Cody Hill. He's got room. Takes a huge hit there by Yuri Boyka, but not before he picks up the 1st down. But he does stay in bounds, and we're down to 1:15.
Tough for Vancouver. Good job by hitting Cody Hill. Those passes don't always work, but there was no defense on it. They were able to get up to get the 1st down, but too bad Cody couldn't get out because now they're rushing on time to get up the field.
Spread look, shotgun 1 back look, 3-step drop. He's under pressure. He's hit. Doesn't get the ball away, and that's going to be a 2nd and 16. Brought down on the play. Let's see who did that. It looks to be number 26, Tom Van Allen, on a safety blitz. And I just looked over here at the chat. AJ Levy says, in the OKC Dallas game, both teams already have a safety, and you just don't see that often. Biddix, 5-step drop, throws it quickly to Cody Hill, and he's going to be stopped for a loss of 1. Good tackle on the play. Let's see if we get to see who made that.
Vancouver really should have taken a timeout after that sack. They let up 12 seconds on the clock, got a little bit rattled, got rushed, made that play over to the left, and was tackled in bounds. They've now burned almost 35 seconds in 2 plays when they still had all their timeouts.
Might be a blessing, Marcus, as we go. We might get 1 more play here. 3-step drop. He throws it across the middle, and it's broken up. And, you know, maybe letting the clock run was the best case for Vancouver, as they're going to have to punt it away here with 2 seconds to go. They're sending out Kingston.
Now the question is, do you really want to punt the ball, or do you want to just hand it over to Hill, let him get 2 seconds? It'll be a turnover on downs, but it'll go straight into halftime as long as there isn't a penalty. Now you run the risk of Mac Jackson or somebody else who returns the ball, returning it for a touchdown.
Max Jackson, he's going to get wrapped up, but I agree with the sentiment there. And folks, that's going to do it here for the first half in the Silver State Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. Your Las Vegas Fury are leading the Vancouver Legion 21-10, and we'll be back after the halftime show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hopefully you enjoyed the halftime show. I'm your play-by-play man, James Richards. Joining me in the booth is Marcus Dunhill, and we have Scott LaRue doing the stats in the truck. Folks, we love Scott. He's done a great job all game long. And how about this game we got going on, Marcus? Las Vegas Fury leading at home over the Vancouver Legion 21-10.
We have quite the fight here going on by both offenses, and it looks like Las Vegas defense is stepping up a little bit more than Vancouver defense has. You know, their run defense hasn't been the greatest. They let 150-some yards off for Robert Redford so far in the first half.
Major key on the kick return, gets it all the way down to the Vancouver 28-yard line, and that's where Mark Biddix and company will start the second half. Shotgun look, two backs in the backfield. Pro look from the wide receivers. And that looks to be a cover 8 as the D linemen drop back in coverage, and that's going to be broken up. Number 39 on the coverage, Merrick Itera, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
We've called Itera's name all night, it seems. Just making great deflections on a lot of throws. You know, if he wasn't there, that probably would have been a caught pass, but, you know, he's doing such a good job. I mean, it looks like he's got 5 pass deflections so far in the game.
Yeah, when the D lineman drops back into a cover 8 look, the out routes are not going to have a whole lot of success. Vegas shifting. They're in the 4-3 look. I formation, twins to the top of your screen for Vancouver. It's going to be a 5-step drop. He throws it deep across the middle, and that is intercepted by the Fury. And that appears to be Max Jackson from a strong safety position. Dropping back in cover 3, reading Biddix like a book, and tucking that one in for a huge turnover on downs.
It's incredibly dangerous to throw on Max Jackson. He's done a great job this season of getting some of those interceptions when Las Vegas needs them the most. I saw Merrick Itera just say in the chat, let's get the ball for the offense, D, and one play later, that is exactly what they just did. Now let's see if the offense, Rahman and Redford, can make something of that turnover.
Yeah, don't call Merrick Itera Miss Cleo, but maybe you should. Rahman dropping back quickly, throws it complete to the outside. That's a gain of 6. Can't quite tell what number that was, but it appears to be John Blades on the 6-yard reception for the Fury, and they already have it down to the Vancouver 27-yard line. 10:41 here to go in the third quarter, and already Vancouver's trying to dig themselves out of a hole here. I formation look, tight end flex. It's a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be a first down, gain of about 5. And I tell you, Robert Redford is he's not letting up at all. He is just pounding the rock, just like he did in the first quarter and the first half rather. And Vancouver is struggling to stop the bleeding here. 3-step drop. He throws a quick fade route. It looks like a quick little release route to the tight end. And that was good to number 86, Raymond Tango. And I believe that's his second catch of the game.
Raman's been pretty efficient, 8 for 11, 72% completion percentage. The offense has just been firing all cylinders lately.
I formation, tight end flex look. It's going to be an ISO up the middle of the referee. He's got all day to go, and he pounds his way all the way down to the Vancouver 3-yard line. That's going to be a first down, first and goal. This drive brought to you by SpyGoat, your choice for sound reinforcement. You can call 972-695-9779 or go to spygoat.net to get the goat. Vancouver, 4-3 look. They're really pressed up, but notice the slot receivers don't have anybody on them. Empty look for Rahman, 7-step drop. He throws an out route, and it is complete for a touchdown, and that was almost too easy, Marcus. That one was complete over to number 81, John Blades. He's been a difference maker on this drive, and how fitting is it that he caps it off with a touchdown?
Nobody was defending him. There was somebody in zone coverage in the back, but nobody was able to make any play once the ball was thrown. He just walked right into the end zone.
You know, I think Vancouver's kind of in one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if they don't go into a heavy look set, then Redford just pounds it up the middle, and if you go into a balanced or, you know, heavier set to try to stop the run, then you have John Blades underneath catching it for a touchdown. It's really tough situation to be if you're the Vancouver Legion. And the kick is up and away. And folks, that's going to be Las Vegas leading 28-10 over the Vancouver Legion. And on that note, folks, we want to remind you that the SFL is brought to you by APM Music. The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library, and custom music house. Visit apmmusic.com today. Major key on the return all the way down to the Vancouver 35, brought down by Anthony Wyo, who has 2 tackles and 1 for a loss on the day.
Major Key almost made it out of that. He almost turned that corner and made it away from those defenders and probably could have picked up another 15 yards or maybe even gone further. That was a great return by Key.
Yeah, Major Key has been a bright spot for the Legion today, both on defense and the return. Hand off to Cody Hill. He breaks a tackle. He's gonna get loose up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He's gonna take it all the way, Marcus. And that is a touchdown. Cody Hill all the way to the house. And with in the third quarter, 8:45 to go, Cody Hill puts it on the board, breaking 1, 2, and then breaking it loose all the way for a touchdown. And that's going to put Vancouver on the board.
Good job by Cody Hill to make a play exactly when they needed him to make one. Found a hole over the middle, was able to pull off a defender and make it around people who were being blocked, and then just find wide open space right up the middle, and nobody could catch him. Great opportunity to make this game a little bit closer, but now that defense really has to hold down and lock down Las Vegas.
Yeah, it appeared Vegas defended that well initially, but after the strong run there by Cody Hill to break loose, he just turned on the jets and nobody was going to catch him. And, I mean, Vegas has some track stars on their defense, but, man, Cody Hill looking like an F-16, just exploding for the touchdown. And that's going to put the Legion a little bit closer, folks. And on that note, we want to remind you that the SFL is on Twitter and Facebook at SimulationFL. And subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channel. You're here already, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing through the ScoreStream app. Want to be part of the league? Head on over to simulationfl.net and grab the Discord link. And thank you for supporting the SFL.
This is a must-win game for both teams that are looking to make a spot in the wild card round. You know, they're one team is 2-3, one team is 2-4. That really doesn't put you in the best opportunity to make it into the playoffs. However, if you play well, you have an opportunity, and that's exactly what these teams want to do: is end the season well and find themselves a spot in the postseason.
Bunch trips to the top, handoff up the middle of the red zone. He's going to pick up about 2 on the carry. And to that point, Marcus, both teams have looked a lot better than their record indicates. You know, you've got Alaska kind of, you know, trouncing through the division and beating up everybody. And so those are obviously tough matchups for both teams. And, you know, there's other good teams in that conference. And so I honestly think both of these teams are much better than their records actually indicate. 5-step drop by Rahman. He's going to check it across the middle, and that is complete. Over to number 85 on the reception, Gabriel Cash. Or excuse me, number 86, Raymond Tango on the reception, brought down by number 91, Vic Bowers Jr. for the Legion.
They're both playing against 7-0 Alaska Storm, 5-1 Mexico City Aztecs, and they even have 4-2 Sioux Falls.
Nice handoff outside. He's going to break some tackles. He's going to pick up a whole bunch of yards. And yeah, Marcus, that is probably one of the toughest divisions here in the SFL. All those teams are high caliber teams. I apologize. Go ahead.
Robert Redford making an amazing run to the outside, shutting a couple of the defenders, showing that, you know, Cody Hill makes amazing runs and Robert Redford can match him right back.
Yeah, the Power O has been a good run here for the Fury, and Redford shows that if you give him the right blocks, you know, it doesn't matter how many people try to stop him. If he gets to the outside, he's going to run over a man or two. And they're lining up here in an I formation. Pro look, and it's an ISO up the middle, and he's going to get hit after about a gain of 1, brought down by number 99, Frank Champion. But as you see across the bottom there, 187 yards on 20 carries.
He's really been an efficient runner, picking up all the yards that they've needed him to so far. And, you know, that time it didn't work over the middle. There were plenty of Vancouver defenders around.
Shotgun look here, 3-step drop, quick out. And there's going to be an incomplete, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Merrick Itera says, we've got 2 of the last 3 season champions. You know, and that's true, sir, but there are 2 other divisions in the league, and we'll see if this division indeed produces a champion this season. Only time will tell. Folks, if you're in the chat, we have 44 watching now. Please hit that thumbs up right below the title on the YouTube app. Offset look here, 4 wide receivers, 5-step drop. Under a little bit of pressure, completes it across the middle. He's hit and fumbles it. The ball's kicked, but it looks like it's recovered by number 30 for the Legion, Xander Mack. What a huge turnover here for the Legion as they try to swing the momentum. Down by 11 here, halfway through the 3rd quarter.
I'm not sure if they gave it to that guard or what, but let's take another look here. It looked pretty tough, but it looks like...
that's Vancouver ball.
Okay. Wanted to just double check to make sure. That was rough because Rahman was there, had a lot of time in the pocket, and then just that fumble just really hurt them.
Only 6 carries on the night for Cody Hill. 5-step drop. He steps up into the pocket. Biddick's under pressure. He's rolling around. He throws it on the move. And that is an ugly, ugly ball, and that is picked off. And that is the last thing you want to see him do. And number 39, Merrick Itera, coming up big. But, man, Mark Biddix, what an ugly play by that man. Ugh.
not a lot of players can make throws like that on the run. And some people in some other leagues have done stuff like that, but you have to be very careful when you're making a throw when you're running full speed down the field.
And let's be honest, they're not throwing into Merrick Itera, Max Jackson, Anthony Wyo secondaries when they do it. So this is a very talented Las Vegas Fury secondary, and if you're going to throw up some ducks like that, what can you expect? 1st and 10 here for the Fury on the Vancouver 38. I formation, tight end flex look, 4-3 for the Legion. 5-step drop, and that's a quick out. They're not going to give it to him. That pass was intended for John Blades, but they're going to say he caught it out of bounds. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Lucky job by Las Vegas Fury. They turned the ball over and got the ball turned over back to them right away, one play later. So great opportunity. They're not as far worse off as they were in the previous drive, and now they just got to make sure that nobody fumbles the ball, Rama doesn't throw any interceptions, and that they just take this clock down to 0 and walk away.
Nice little halfback dive up the middle to Redford. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. We're seeing the averages between the two backs, and Redford's about 8 yards away from eclipsing the 200-yard mark, and we're only about 7 minutes through the 3rd quarter. Formation look, first shed, it's a handoff up the middle to Redford. He's only going to pick up about 2 yards, and that's a good stop here for the Legion. That's going to bring up a 4th and 3, and let's see what the Fury decide to do. If they kick a field goal, that's going to be about a 46-yard attempt, and they're going to do it. They're sending out Matt Rage, and this is why you pay him the big bucks. Let's see if he can knock it through.
I think it'll be 48.
I failed math, so it probably is.
I failed math too.
And the kick is away. And it is good. 48-yard attempt, and we can see that the kick is good and Marcus's math is good. And that is going to put the Fury up 31-17 over the Legion. And on that note, folks, we want to remind you that SpyGoat is the official audio partner of the SFL. SpyGoat has extensive experience providing sound reinforcement for corporate events ranging from 20 people to 1,500. They can handle all your event needs. Go to spygoat.net and make them your choice for sound reinforcement. Major T on the return gets it all the way down to the Vancouver 29. And let's see if Biddix can set his feet and not turn the ball over this drive. The Legion take over on their own 29-yard line. 5:01 here to go in the 3rd quarter, and you are watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube.
Vancouver just needs a net gain of points. There was a field goal last time by Las Vegas. So if they score a touchdown, it'll be +4 for Vancouver, trying to close the gap.
Dangerous throw by Biddix, looking on the corner route. But Yuri Boyka, not having a bad game for being a backup cornerback. We've called his name several times throughout the game, and he's making an argument to owner Mr. Jackson that, hey, you need to pay me. I'm making some big boy plays out here.
There's still about 16 total minutes left in the game of playtime, so there's plenty of time. However, Vancouver can't take too many drives without getting points.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Marcus, when I start looking at both offenses, both look pretty darn good. The only difference is Las Vegas has been way more consistent, and they haven't put themselves in these 3rd and long situations very often. As you see a pass over on an out route that was dropped by the wide receiver, and that's going to put Vancouver here in a 3rd and long.
I think these defenders for Las Vegas is what's making the difference. On the offense, it's Robert Redford just making those plays, and then the defense, Jackson, Itera, and just all around, everybody on that defense is just deflecting passes and stopping drives. 3-step
drop, pass across the middle, and that is complete. Nice short post route, and that was good over to number 88, Kyle Cobb. He is the 4th wide receiver on the depth chart, but playing like a first wide receiver here, catching the ball in traffic, taking a good shot, but holding on to it. And that's going to bring up a first down here for the Legion.
Cobb got off his defender and found a little bit of space, and Vidic was able to put the pass right where Cobb could pick it up right in the middle of the field.
ISO up the middle. Cody Hill has quite a few yards there, picks up 9. Wasn't hit until he gets about 9 yards after the play. Pretty good hold, pretty good blocks there for the Legion.
Great job by Vancouver to pick up 9 yards. You just got to be very careful what you do with the clock, because when you're down, time's against you.
And off to the outside. Cody Hill's got room to run. He's going to pick up a first down. That's going to bring up a Vancouver first down, and they have it all the way down to the Las Vegas 32-yard line.
Good job by Cody Hill. He picked up a few perfect blocks, got over to the right side of the field, was able to wasn't quite able to get away, got wrapped up by 2 defenders and dragged down to the ground. Was able to pick up enough yards to get them up to the 32-yard line, where at least, hopefully, at the very least, they should be able to pick up 3 points, but they really need to focus on getting those 7 points from the end zone.
First and 10, 3-step drop. He throws an out route, and that is complete over to number 12, Brett Killian, and he got dangerously close to the first down, but it appears that the home team is getting the benefit of the doubt on these spots. And that's going to be 2nd and inches here for the Legion. Look, it's a handoff to the outside. Cody Hill's going to bounce it to the outside. He's going to pick up a first down, gets it all the way down to the 16-yard line, the Las Vegas 16. And you just saw the stat. He's averaging 9.9 yards a carry. He's averaging a little more than Redford, but he's had about a third of the workload of Redford.
Cody Hill's making plays when it matters. I was worried the blocking for the offensive line wasn't going to hold up. I thought that defender was going to shed the block and get him. But great job holding the blocks by the offensive line, giving Cody time to make a play and get the first down.
2:40 here to go in the third quarter. The handoff again to Cody Hill. He's going to run into traffic and only pick up about 4 on the play.
Vancouver needs to start looking at how they're going to get that ball in the end zone. The question is Cody Hill the hands that are going to get it to the end zone, or are you going to need to pass it? I assume they're going to need to pass it short of the goal line and run it in with Cody, but we'll see what they decide to do.
3-step drop out of the shotgun under pressure. He's going to be brought down on the play. Big time pressure there out of the Fury. Number 95, John Dugan, from his defensive end position, providing the heat. Vidic stepping up and just not able to escape.
They've taken 3 minutes off the clock in this drive. With that time off, you'd like to see them come away with more than 3 points. To have a good opportunity here, they either have to throw it to the end zone or throw it a little bit short. Otherwise, they're going to be kicking a field goal and tying them for 3, which is not enough to come back and win this game if they don't step up.
Vidic throwing it outside, and it's intercepted. He's got space, folks. He's to the 40, the 50, the other 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. He's going to take it all the way back to the house, number 21. Hill could not catch him, folks. A number 43 for the Fury, Jack Burton, from the free safety position, picking up the out route and taking it all the way back to the house. And that is a huge swing in momentum here for the Fury, and that's got to be a dagger to the heart if you're the Vancouver Legion.
Incredible return with that interception. I was watching those defenders to see if anybody was going to close in on him and try to force him out of bounds. But I think they were too afraid of getting burned to the outside that they didn't want to try to push him out of bounds, and they just didn't have enough space to be able to close in and get him. Great opportunity, and Vancouver just took 3 minutes off the clock to throw an interception and not even come away with points. That really will put them in a tough spot here going forward.
Yeah, I agree with you, Marcus. The hole just got that much deeper, and on that note, the extra point's good. Folks, if you want to do what I do, you can contact the Commissioner Cameron Irvine or Mike Daggs through DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down live on the air with the broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our stats team like Scott LaRue and helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #LoadingLegends, and thank you for supporting the SFL. Good kick there by Rage. Returned by Major Key down to the Vancouver 30-yard line. And let's see if Biddix can avoid the same fate as their last drive.
They really need to if they're going to have an opportunity to come back. They're now down by 21 points. They would have got that field goal. They would have brought it a little bit closer. They still would have had to make some plays. But now they really have crunch time. They really need to show whether they're a winning football team.
5-step drop. He throws it across the middle, but it's tipped. That one was intended for Trevor Farrell, but he dropped a wide open pass, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Legion. Second and 10. 1:16 here to go in the third quarter. The Legion trailing the Fury 17-38 here in the beautiful Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. 3 receivers to the top of your screen. 5-step drop. Checks it down, and he's going to lose a whole bunch of yards, folks. What is Jonathan Sanchez doing? I believe that was a loss of 9 on the play, and that is the worst case. Well, not the worst case because you could throw a pick for a touchdown, but that's not good either, Marcus.
Somebody must have told him Josh Allen was in their end zone because that was the wrong direction. They really got to, if they're going to come back, they really have to step up, and now they're in a tough 3rd and 19.
We might need to do some CTE tests on Jonathan Sanchez. He looks pretty concussed after losing 9 yards on the reception. 3-step drop here. Deep pass, and that's a corner round. That is good to number 88 for the Legion. Kyle Cobb says, "Don't worry, bro. I got your back. All is forgiven." 1st down for the Legion. Good throw by Biddix on a nice corner route. Merrick Itera losing Cobb there momentarily. You don't hear that phrase often. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Let's see if Biddix and company got a little magic here in the Silver State Stadium. 5-step drop. Pretty good time. He throws it complete outside. That is good to number 85, Bikovsky. We've heard his name called a few times, and that one was good for a 1st down. 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The Legion are down to the 43-yard line.
That was a great pass and throw. There was not a lot of space to be able to make that play, but the offense was able to do so. Great opportunity to continue to make this drive continue. Whether they're going to snap the ball in the next 2 seconds, let's find out.
This would be the last play of the quarter, and it was almost a dangerous one. Biddix throwing into double coverage on the corner route, broken up by number 37, Max Jackson. And that's going to do it here for the third quarter. Folks, your home team, Las Vegas Fury, leading the Vancouver Legion 38-17 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Put up your 4s. If you're the Vancouver Legion, you're going to need it. If you're the Fury, I think you just continue doing what you've been doing all game and try to ride this one out. How do you feel about it, Marcus?
You know, it looks like I would hate to say it's too little, too late for Vancouver. They're still moving. There's still an opportunity. There's plenty of time left in the game. But both sides of the ball has to execute efficiently to be able to overcome a 21-point deficit in the fourth quarter.
That time, the ball went over to Cody Hill, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. Folks, talk about stepping up. We have 43 watching, only 21 thumbs up. Go ahead and step up and be the MVP of our broadcast here and hit the thumbs up button for us. Every thumbs up counts. Split back look here for Biddick's 3-step drop. He throws a corner out, and it is complete. Man, number 12 on the reception. Brett Killian skying over both defenders. I believe that was Max Jackson and Merrick Itero on the coverage. But Brett Killian said, I don't care, give me the ball.
Perfect, right over the left side. They're really showing some life, the Vancouver offenses here, but they can get away with that 7, put the ball back on the other side of the field, see if their defense can get a stop. They do have an opportunity to come back in this game. So we'll see what happens going forward.
Split back look, 1 tight end, 1 wide receiver, 4-3 pressed look here. They drop back into a cover 3. Biddick's under pressure and throws it as he is hit. And for a minute there, I didn't think anybody touched Hill, but they're going to call him down anyways. How good would that have been if Hill would have gotten up and taken off?
Probably could have got an extra 5 or 6 yards out of that.
Would have been one of the most interesting plays this season. Andy Hamilton squirming in the chat says, get the ball, quit letting time run. Throws a slant across the middle, and that was almost picked. I believe Merrick Itero almost grabbed it. He's one of the few players wearing hot pink. The cameraman on Levon Irvine, but I don't think he was the one who actually made the play, as it was rather deep in the secondary.
It was very close. It was almost, the receiver just couldn't get his hands on the ball, and that defender almost came away with it. It was very scary because that would not be what Vancouver needs. That would put him at a severe disadvantage.
Keep an eye out. Fury dropping back into a cover 3. Throws it deep across the middle, and that was dangerous as there was a whole flock of Fury defenders there across the middle. But I think Biddick's is trying to let us know that he just doesn't care how many people he throws it to. He's going to do, Honey Badger's going to do what Honey Badger does. And sometimes, folks, Honey Badgers die. And he doesn't care. Anyways, the Legion are going to send out Eric Walsh to try to put up 3 points. 9:25 here to go in the 4th quarter. AJ Levy says it's not pink. Well, I don't know. But on that note, 38-yard field goal is good. Eric Walsh celebrating the kick. But that's about all he's going to be able to celebrate here. The Legion find themselves in a pretty large hole late in the 4th quarter. 9:21 here to go. John Bond says thank you to AJ, and I'm probably, it's not pink. Hashtag they're on fire. Now, I guess fire can be pink depending on its temperature, but you all would know better than I would. Pretty good return here by Jackson. Coming to take it all the way down to the Las Vegas 30. I don't know what color you call it. Is it fuchsia? Is it pink? Is it bright red? Who knows? Somebody in the chat help me out. What do you think it is, Marcus? Do you think it's pink?
Looks pink to me, but I haven't always been the greatest judge of color. Anyway, I'm interested to see what Las Vegas can do here. Whether they're going to sit on the ball, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, Rahman in the empty set look. 5-step drop. He throws it deep outside, and it looks to be intercepted, but it was on the sideline. Let's see if Trey Lawson got both feet in. He says, I don't give a crap if it's pink or fuchsia. I'm going to make some plays. And Rahman says, you know what? Here you go, sir. Do your best. And a terrible view there, but let's see if Lawson gets both feet in. I could see this being challenged by the Fury, but we'll see here.
Rahman let him out to the outside, threw it probably exactly where he needed to be to try to get it. It's just too bad there was a defender right in front of him and was able to cut off the space and get to where the ball was.
Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get a challenge here. And they're going to get the snap off. Quick throw out to Cody Hill, but he's going to get met at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle by number 21, Yuri Boyka, and he's had himself quite a game today. The chat says, good job, broadcast team. That's John Bond. So thank you, sir. It's all Marcus. He's the better looking, better commentator of the team, so we'll just say it's all him. Offset look, and that's a funky looking handoff there over to Cody Hill, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. That was an interesting play, Marcus.
Vancouver has had a lot of interesting running routes. It looked like he was trying to cut all the way upfield, all the way down to the other side. I don't know if I've ever seen that in a running back.
It looked to be a split back power, but because the quarterback was late to the handoff, Cody Hill just tried to cut it back inside and make the best out of it, but nonetheless, an ugly play. Biddix, three-step drop, throws it across the middle. It's complete. Number 80 for the Legion, Trevor Farrell, coming up big. You see his stats across the bottom of the screen. 6 catches, 78 yards, no touchdowns. 7:59 here to go in the fourth quarter. And Biddix is still firing away, trying to bring his Legion back. They are down by 18 deep here in the fourth quarter. Folks, this drive is brought to you by Richards Printworks. Go ahead and contact James Richards on the SFL and order anything you want. Anything's possible and made just for you. 5-step drop here, and that is a dangerous throw intended for number 12, Brett Killian, but if Biddix does that again, I'm sure the Fury will have something to say about it.
That was almost a pick six. That's similar to what we saw on the other side of the field when they took it all the way back. Just was able to get the ball, was not able to clear the defender. Almost had his hands on it. If he would have pulled that ball down, I don't think there was anybody on the left side of the field that could have caught him.
Folks, if you're curious as to what's happening across the league score-wise, head on over and download the ScoreStream app. And he steps up in the pocket, and he picks up about 4 yards on the scramble. Biddix realizing he was running out of time and didn't have any receivers open, and he just did it himself. But you can see all the official live scoring on the app of the SFL presented by ScoreStream. Keep up to date and up to the minute scoring across the league. Biddix, 7-step drop, throws it deep across the middle, and it is intercepted. Ouch. Anthony Wayo coming up big, just floating back into coverage. And again, Honey Badger didn't care, but he needs to start. That's, I believe, his third pick of the game. And this one's pretty costly, as it's going to give the Fury the ball back here deep in the fourth quarter.
I was just about to say, as that ball was through the air, that Biddix has the opportunity to make those big plays when they count, and unfortunately that just wasn't one of them. That was a big play by Las Vegas to potentially seal this win.
This was one of the biggest complaints about Biddix. I believe he played in Carolina last year, but he'd have great games, you know, and they've obviously got a great running back in Carolina. But then he'd have games, you know, where he throws 3, 4, 5 interceptions. And, you know, at that rate, Carolina just said, hey, we gotta get ourselves a new quarterback. We got to take care of the ball. And they picked up Lee Ndula, who's had a great year in Carolina. But now you see Biddix coming over to Vancouver. And, you know, this game's just been disastrous, to say the least. But Thomas Rahman on a beautiful corner route. Pretty good coverage there by Major Key. But it didn't matter, as the wide receiver, I believe it was John Blades, on the reception.
Good quarterbacks are definitely a premium in the SFL, and Rahman right there was looking like, you know, star rookie quarterback that he is. He's got 13 of 19, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but he's being that game manager and making the plays he needs to get his team away with the win.
You know, and Major Keys had a really good game despite being challenged quite a bit throughout this game, and even that play was pretty good coverage. Rahman checks it down to the outside. That's complete. And I believe that's Redford on a gain of 6 on the reception. But, excuse me, that's Crow, actually. That is the fullback, Malcolm Crow. And he picks up 6 yards and takes it all the way down to the Vancouver 42-yard line. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. The Fury trying to put the final blade in the heart of the Legion. Hand off to Redford up the middle. He's going to get enough for the first down and then some. Brought down by Frank Champion. Tick-tock. We're at 5:35 here in the fourth quarter, Marcus.
Those first downs are so costly when the clock's against you, because every first down can take roughly 2 minutes off the clock, depending on how they eat up the clock and how they continue to get first downs or field goals. So every time they do that, they're looking at more and more clock, and it might be a little bit too late for them to come back, but now they just need to start testing things out and see what will work in Vancouver.
Another ISO handoff to Redford. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by number 58, J.J. McLean. We've called his name a few times throughout the broadcast. And we are down almost into the 4 minutes here in the fourth quarter. 4:59 to go. Tick-tock, 2nd and 10. For the Fury, they are down at the Vancouver 35-yard line with an 18-point lead. Rahman dropping back to pass. Throws it across the middle, and it was almost complete, but it's going to fall incomplete. Marion Cabretti was the target.
You have to be so careful when you're up and you put the ball in the air, because you have the opportunity to either run the ball, or if they get that catch, to continue to have that clock wind down. But the incomplete stop the clock, so it's almost like a free timeout for Vancouver. And then you also have the possibility for throwing an interception, which gives them the opportunity to score points.
High formation look. It's going to be a handoff to Redford. He's got some room up the middle. Picks up 6 yards, but that's going to be a 4th and 4. Let's see if they send out Matt Rage to extend the lead by 21 points.
I don't think there's really an opportunity not to. If they go for it and turn it over, that would be too bad. But look to see them to wind down this 20-second play clock. Try to go away with 3 more points.
Yeah, Marcus, barring a Christmas miracle and a visit from the Pope, I think this game's all but done. And a field goal here would just make it that much harder for the Legion to come back in this game. But snaps away, the hold's good, the kick is up. And it is good. Matt Rage tagging on a 45-yard field goal, folks. The SFL is brought to you by APM Music, and they are the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library, and custom music house. Visit them today at apmmusic.com. Matt Rage has the ball teed up at the 30-yard line. And let's see if Major Key and the Legion can do some magic on this return. Kick is away down to the 10-yard line. Major Key's got some room here, but he's going to be brought down at the Vancouver 28-yard line. 3:59 here to go for the Honey Badger, Mark Biddix and company.
See what Vancouver wants to do with the last 4 minutes, whether they want to go out throwing, test their runs. If I were them, I would try some new formations and personnel that they might not normally try in a game to see how it'll work. Practice isn't always the best indication. So, try something new, see what you learn.
I just keep chucking it with the Honey Badger. And on that note, they throw a nice little out route, gain of 5, and that one was over to Brett Killian.
Made a good job getting 5 yards and stopping the clock.
I think right now you just say, you know what, Mark? Just go out here and sling it. You've got quite a few star receivers here. Trevor Farrell, Brett Killian, the list goes on and on. Cade Stevens, Kyle Cobb. Just keep chucking it, see what happens. So far, if it's any indication, nothing good. But hey, you got to keep going. Cody Hill on the swing pass, trucker man, but then brought down by 2 more Fury guys. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1. 3:45 here to go in the fourth quarter. The Legion going no huddle. 3-step drop. He throws a slant route, and that's complete. Number 12, Brett Killian on the reception. Honey Badger says, yes, give me the ball. I'm going to keep chucking it. Let's go, baby. 3-step drop. He checks it outside. Still, he's going to pick up 2 yards. That's going to take him to the 50-yard line. 3:18 to go. The Legion trying to put a feel-good drive together. 3-step drop. He checks it outside, this time to the fullback. Number 49, Jonathan Stevens. And I think he got out of bounds there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2 here. 3:07 here to go in the fourth quarter.
I'm always a big fan of the the up-tempo offenses and keeping those drives moving. I think you can keep the defense off balance, and it can be extremely effective if you can run it right.
Pretty big third down here. I don't know if it's a pivotal one, but in any means, it's 3rd and 2. 5-step drop here by Biddix. He throws it across the middle, and it is incomplete. And that is going to bring up a 4th down. 3 minutes here to go, and I think if you're the Legion, you got to go for it. You're down by 21 points. Some interesting chat. Tom Rahman says, let's get those Cobras. I have no idea what that means. Interesting. Deep throw across the middle. It's complete. Mark Biddix, I guess since he's the Honey Badger, that last comment makes sense, but it doesn't matter. He throws it deep on a post route to Brett Killian. 2:49 here to go. They go no huddle. They're down to the 15-yard line. He throws a post route again, and it is good for a touchdown. And that they went back-to-back post routes. Brett Killian hauling in the touchdown, and that's going to bring them within 15 here late in the 4th quarter.
Question is, can they do something? Can they get an onside kick? Can they get a fumble, an interception? Can they put themselves in a situation where they could maybe score back-to-back or even back-to-back-to-back to come back and win this? There's 2 minutes and 45 seconds, so it's not impossible, but it would be very difficult.
You know, Eric Walsh is going to come on to attempt the extra point, and then he's going to turn around and try to kick the onside kick here. And I mean, this is why you pay contract kickers. They're just a little better. They're more special than a normal, you know, everyday run-of-the-mill kicker. And I would think that if you're Andy Hamilton and company, you trust that Walsh is going to put you in a good position to try to return this onside kick. But I'm going to shut up now and let's let the man go to work. 2:45 here to go in the 4th quarter. It is away, and the Fury are going to recover this onside kick. Number 26, Tom Van Allen. Not the first time we've heard his name today here, but the Fury are going to take over at the Vancouver 38, and I think this is just going to do it here. We'll see if the Fury run the ball out or if they try to put up more points. 2 backs in the backfield here for Rahman and company. Folks, if you haven't done it yet, click the thumbs up, and that's a handoff, I believe, to the fullback. See the running back comparisons, though, between the two teams. Redford obviously having more carries than Cody Hill, with the Legion being behind most of the game. They've had to try to throw themselves back into this game.
Clock is up by 1 second. They're not going to be able to run this down to the 2-minute warning. They have to snap the ball.
Offset look here. 4 wide receivers for Rahman. Let's see if they try a trap play of some sort or they try to throw it. And it looks like the dive, Redford up the middle, is going to pick up about 3, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning here, folks. The Las Vegas Fury leading the Vancouver Legion 41-27 here at the Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's been a pretty good show here for the hometown team, and Thomas Rahman and Robert Redford have had themselves pretty good games. John Blades also having himself a pretty good game here for the Fury. 2-back set, handed off to the fullback. It's going to be tackled by number 58. J.J. McClain, and Vancouver's going to take their first time out with 1:56 here to go in the 4th quarter.
Looks like Vancouver is going to get about 1 more drive and see what they can do here.
Brett Funk says, Fury fact of the day, Robert Redford eats a half-dozen hard-boiled eggs during halftime of every game. And the real question is, who prepares them, Brett Funk, because they're the MVP. The punt is away by McRack, and it's going to bounce about the 9-yard line. Beautiful bounce. It's tipped. And the ball is going to roll in for a touchback. That was almost a great play there for the Fury. But the Legion getting bailed out by some suspect coverage. And they're going to start at the 20-yard line. Rahman says he also drinks a gallon of pickle juice. And that just doesn't sound like a halftime snack of a champion. But what do I know? I just call the games. Biddix throwing a deep corner route, and that is complete. Brett Killian has been his favorite target here in the second half. And they're going to call another timeout. 1:41 here to go. One timeout to go. And they get it all the way down to the 45-yard line.
Great job showing some life. You know, they may be down. They could be out, but they're still moving the balls. They're still trying to make plays. They're adding to the stats. And, you know, playing for their jobs and playing for their coach and saying, you know, we're not, even if we're down, we're not going to give up.
Yeah, Mark Biddix showing some resiliency. He's had, I guess, you know, a pretty, I don't know if I'd call it a terrible game, but he's had a few turnovers. Has put his team in some tough position, but he's also made some great throws throughout the game. The three-step drop hit as he threw, and that one's going to fall incomplete. And that's the first time we've heard Mike Fatch Johnson's name called, but he's been providing pressure all game long. This time, enough to disrupt the throw by Mark Biddix. Major Key in the chat says, give me 30 points at least. Biddix, three-step drop. He's going to throw an out route, and that's almost picked off. Merrick Itera reading him like a book. And that would have been devastating if Itera picks that one off, because he would have had all day and then some, and probably would have taken that one back to the house. Tom Rahman in the chat says, Fat Mike Fats. Nobody even uses his last name, apparently. Or maybe they're making fun of me. I don't know. I'm about 4 margaritas in this broadcast, so cut us a break. Biddix, three-step drop, throws a deep pass, and again, a dangerous one thrown into coverage. Itera on the coverage.
Good defense by Las Vegas. Their receiver had an opportunity to pick up that ball, but there was also 3 defenders on it. So to be able to make that pass, Biddix really would have had to probably overthrow the receiver and hope he could come up with it.
Andy Hamilton says this is the first time Vancouver will lose by more than 10 points this season. Biddix throwing an out route, and that's complete to number 82. He's got some room, and he's going to take it down after gaining about 18 yards on the reception. And Cade Stevens turning it upfield.
A little surprised he wasn't ruled out, but Cade Stevens is always in bounds. So
Cody Hill not able to get out of bounds after taking the check down, only a gain of 1. Biddix going to call him back to the line of scrimmage. Three-step drop. He's going to throw an out route, and that one's dangerous. Broken up by number 21, Yuri Boyka. That's probably one of my most favorite names to say, Yuri Boyka. But he's had a pretty good game all game long here for the defense. Marcus, I just want to say you've done a great job all game long. Scott, I know they can't see you in the stats truck, but you've done a great job all game long. You two are the glue that has held this broadcast team together. And I'm going to say thank you to the margarita vendor. They have held me together all game long. The Legion trailing here deep in the fourth quarter, 54 seconds here to go. Biddix, 3rd and 9, throws an out route, and that is complete, number 80. And that's going to be the last timeout. Trevor Farrell falling down short of the first down and in bounds. And the Legion are going to burn that last timeout. 50 seconds here to go in the fourth quarter.
Those short passes are rough. You really need to be able to catch the ball and make a play. And where that ball was placed, he just didn't have enough of an opportunity to get his hands on the ball and try to move.
Another out route. That is complete. Number 80 Trevor Farrell on the reception. They're going to go no huddle here. 39 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And he spikes the ball. That's going to make it 2nd and 10. 37 seconds here to go in the fourth quarter. Marcus, I got to ask you, who's your player of the game today, both offense and defensive side of the ball?
I think the offensive side of the ball, I mean, Robert Redford has just had an incredible game all around. You take a look, he's over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Just, can't be beat on that side of the ball. And when it comes to the defense, we have to probably look for somebody who is on Las Vegas.
Another out route complete. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for Biddix and company. Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and give it to Yuri Boyka. He's been probably one of the most consistent, second-tier defenders for the Fury, but he's come up big, and I believe that was Fats Johnson on the sack, but they're going to go no huddle, 4th and 10. Last play of the game for the Legion, and it's a touchdown! What a throw under pressure. That is complete to Trevor Farrell in the back of the end zone. What a play to go out on if you're the Fury. Biddix looked like he was about to get pile drove into the turf, but it didn't matter. Honey Badger don't care, and he throws a touchdown to send his Legion out on a high note. And I guess Andy's going to be wrong in his prediction. The Legion, unless something happens here in the last 6 seconds, are not going to lose by 10 points or more. Bringing this one back in within 7. What a play by Honey Badger and company. Trevor Farrell catching that play. Man, that was a 4th down play under pressure. Says he didn't care. Throws it to the back of the end zone. And, I mean, hey, what a way to go out. Onside kick isn't going to be recovered by Vancouver. Good play there by the Las Vegas Fury to get down on that. And we should see a kneel down by Thomas Rahman and company.
Killian has more yards than Farrell does, but Farrell is still 6 for 8, which is a 75% catch percentage. Both receivers have been fairly efficient when it comes to helping their offense.
And with that note, we should see a kneel down, and we do, and the clock's going to hit 0. Folks, we want to say thank you for tuning in to another broadcast of the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. I've been your play-by-play man, James Richards. Marcus Dunhill in the booth alongside of me, and Scott LaRue on stats in the truck. Folks, it's been an awesome game here in the Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, and your home team, the Las Vegas Fury, beaten down on the Vancouver Legion 41-34. But overall, a great game by both teams, and it's been an absolute pleasure calling the game with you, Marcus.
Thank you so much. I've had a great game. Thanks, James, and especially thanks, Scott, for doing stats on the truck. You did such a good job. We might give you air conditioning next week. This game was really a high-scoring game by both offenses. 34-41. You just saw a little bit of an edge by Las Vegas in their offense and defense, which showed in the final score how they were able to come away with the win.
Yeah, I think the turnovers are going to be the big takeaway for me. Honey Badger, Mark Biddix turning it over several times throughout the game, and that just proved to be too much for the Legion to overcome. But hey, the Fury getting another win here at home, and that's going to do it here for us, folks. Enjoy the highlight show, and that's going to do it for us, and we'll see you next week.